Karate Combat live in Orlando, Florida. This has been amazing.
Champion versus champion, the first super fight in Karate Combat history.
The champ is here!
Who's gunning for Quayhagen?
Be careful what you ask for.
Karate Combat, baby!
This is something no combat sports have ever done before.
I love the show. I love what you guys are doing.
The most exciting combat sport today.
Hey, Wonder Boy, we can take our clothes off and dance, baby.
You weren't here. You missed out. Make sure you don't miss the next one.
We have more coming up.
That's right, August 27, Orlando, Florida, backlot of Universal Studios.
The return of Luiz Rocha.
August 27th, best card ever, incredible headliners, more Karate Combat.
You gotta check it out. It's amazing. Get your tickets now, karate.com/tickets.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Karate Combat. This is the Karate Combat 35 pre-fight press conference. I'm here with Karate Combat President Adam Kowalczik. And of course, we're going to go talk about this card. It's going to be a great card. Today, we're going to talk about the three main fights on this big card. And like I said before, the whole card is really nice. But the three we're going to focus on is Raymond Daniels. He's going to make his Karate Combat debut against Franklin Mina. And then we got two heavyweight contenders in bad blood rematch, that's what they call it. Elhadji Ndour versus Achraf Ouchen. That's going to be a fight. I don't think nobody actually believes that this fight is going the distance. And then, of course, we have our very first Karate Combat super fight. And that is between Luiz Rocha, who's our newly crowned lightweight champion, and the welterweight champion Joshua Quayhagen in a 72-kilogram match, which is, I just looked it up, 158.4 pounds. So, Adam, if you have to choose between one of these three fights, which fight are you the most excited for?
Hey, Bas. Hey, everybody. I wouldn't like to choose just one fight out of the three, but I would like to speak about how important this new event is for us. This is the second time we're here at Universal KC35, the first ever super fight in Karate Combat history. We recently signed Raymond Daniels. It's going to be his debut with Franklin Mina. We've got Bruno Souza, who's also going to debut. He's been an LFA champion before. So I think we've got a stacked card, and the card which we can say is the best we've put together so far. So I'm super excited about the whole card. And the main card is amazing from top down, all fights I'm super excited about. Obviously, the super fight is something we've been waiting for a while, because it's very rare that it happens that somebody calls out another fighter from the higher division, and then that person want to fight as well. And right now they have the super trophy on the line, so they don't really have to lose their belts, but they really want to fight. You know, our organization is not it's super young. Yep. And our roster is not so deep, so that's why we decided to have the super trophy instead of anyone losing the belts. And so these guys can fight again as soon as possible. And we're super excited to see, you know, how they end up, their story. They started with us in 2018 at the very, very first event back in Budapest, the pilot event. Since then, Rocha is 7-2, Quayhagen is 6-1, so like very, very similar path to the fight in 2 days.
How long did it take you guys to get Raymond Daniels on board? I mean, we've been talking about it for quite some time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That wasn't an easy one. Probably the most difficult signing we had so far. It took, I guess, more than a year. I was like almost every Friday, I had it in my calendar that, you know, I've got a FaceTime with Raymond Daniels. And, you know, like my colleagues said, like, okay, it's Friday again. You're talking to Raymond Daniels. But, you know, like we're here. He was here at our last show. And I think that was a really good push for him to decide, although he said that he really likes Karate Combat from the very beginning, but he's got just a new child was born, so like a lot of things going on in a family. So, but you know, after I'm super glad that we could get this done, and I'm excited to see him perform.
All right, so let's get these guys in their chairs. Franklin Mina and Raymond Daniels, if you guys please would come up, so we can ask you some questions.
Maybe a round of applause.
Yes. Thank you. All right, so the first question goes to Raymond Daniels. Raymond, I mean, yeah, you heard it already. We've been looking for you for quite some time. What made you decide to go to karate combat? Is this something because you started out as a karate guy, you ventured all over the world, you did some kickboxing, Thai boxing, everything, and now you're going back to karate?
Yeah, it's, you know, first and foremost, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's an honor to speak to you in person. I'm just a huge fan. I'm a fanboy out for a second. Just, it's a huge honor to speak to you. But, you know, martial arts karate is my first love. You know what I mean? So even though I've gone over to different disciplines from the WCL to the kickboxing, Muay Thai to MMA, and I've transcended to those different sports to show that how great karate is and what a true martial artist is. Karate Combat now provides a platform for me to be able to show what a true martial artist is. So I'm really excited to come back to my first love, and everybody gets to see where my true passion lies.
You know what, I always talk to my students, if you're different than others, you're going to be successful. And I always tell them to look at you because you're different than others. We see somebody making a 360 degrees turn and then knocking somebody out with a punch. Never seen that before in my life. You know, everybody will do a kick. Are you constantly working on new things? You have to be, right? Because every time we see different knockouts from you, did you prepare for something special?
Oh, yeah, definitely. When it comes to martial artists, the key word is the artist. So it's about being able to paint a masterpiece. And, you know, now my new canvas is here at Karate Combat. I'm always working on my creativity in order to be able to throw and do things that people have never seen. I want to do things that people, like even video games don't even do some of the stuff that I'm able to do. So, you know, my creativity and my juices just flow as a martial artist. Once you reach a certain level in your art form, the creativity starts to come in. And that's what I like to give the audience, something that they can stand on the edge of their seats. And if you've never seen me fight before, I promise you, seeing me for my debut in the Karate Combat pit will be something spectacular and something that you will be able to tell your grandchildren about.
I love it. All right, so Franklin Mina, your opponent, have you done a little homework on him, and what do you think he's going to bring to you?
Oh, I've done quite some homework on Franklin Mina. He's my new challenge. I think that new challenges in life are what make you move towards greatness. You know, he's got 5 times the experience that I have in the pit. This is my first time in the pit. So he has that experience going with him. He is tough. I've seen him take some shots. I've seen how quick he is. His nickname is the Bullet. They don't call you the Bullet for no reason if you're not deadly. You know what I mean? So, you know, hats off. And I'm always respectful to my opponents. I think he's a great martial artist. And part of being a martial artist is about being able to challenge yourself against great competition. I think he's a great competitor. I think he's really strong. I think he's fast. I think he's explosive. But when you run into another fighter that is just as capable, it makes for a very, very exciting show.
All right, Franklin, you're facing a legendary striker in Raymond Daniels. What is it that you want to take this fight?
So te está enfrentando ahora con un oponente que se considera legendario. ¿Qué crees de esta pelea? ¿Cómo crees que va a ir?
Bueno, gracias Karate Combat nuevamente por esta oportunidad. Con Daniel es un placer, la verdad, nuevamente estar en Karate Combat. Pelear con Daniel es una leyenda del kickboxing, del MMA. Respeto porque es un grande. Todos tenemos muchas capacidades y hoy lo voy a aprovechar también porque soy The Bullet y soy uno de los mejores de Karate Combat.
So he's basically saying that, first of all, it is an honor for me to be here and compete against Daniels. And he is very excited for this fight, and he is ready to face Daniels, and he is ready to show exactly why he is called the Bullet.
Now, we just talked about it. He's got an unbelievable amount of tricks up his sleeve, so to say. Is there something that you believe you can surprise him with in this fight?
So, él es conocido por tener muchos trucos mientras compite. ¿Tú tienes algún truco o movimiento que puedan reconocer que puedas usar contra Daniels?
Bueno, es una pelea distinta, es una pelea de estilos. Hoy él hará su estilo, yo haré lo mío. Entonces es muy importante, va a ser un show esta vez.
It's going to be a very important show, and that this is a fight of style versus style. I am going to be doing my own style, and Daniel will be doing his own style.
In a perfect world, how would you like to finish this fight?
En un mundo perfecto, ¿cómo quieres terminar esta lucha?
30 segundos.
30 seconds.
What kind of technique would be preferable?
¿Qué tipo de técnica sería el más favorable?
Bueno, no tengo técnicas favoritas. El momento que estoy peleando me sale cosas que no he entrenado también.
So he doesn't have a preferred technique. I don't have a preferred technique. While I fight, I do many different moves, even those that I have not practiced before.
Okay, thank you. Adam, what do you think of this fight?
No, I love it, and props to Franklin, because not everybody want to fight Raymond Daniels.
Yeah.
Like it's we always were thinking to put this fight together because Franklin just got off a title fight and he went to the distance, and it was I think it was a split decision, so it was he could go either way. And as Raymond said, he's got the experience in the pit to welcome such a champion as Ray. At the same time, he didn't hesitate 1 second to take this fight, which is like really, really respect for that, because before we set the fight up, we went a few rounds to ask a few people if they were interested in fighting Raymond, and they were kind of saying like, are you stupid? Are you stupid that I'm gonna go in and be the first guy who Raymond faces? And this didn't happen with Franklin. So I think the fight is really interesting because Raymond didn't fight in a pit yet, although Franklin is really experienced in a pit. Also, the fighting style is different a little bit. He's coming more from the WKF karate style. Raymond is coming more from the kickboxing background and has a ton of experience in full contact. So I think it will be a little bit of a clash of karate styles, and that's what makes this fight really interesting.
All right, so let's open it for some questions from people in the audience. If you have a question, please raise your hand.
Hola, Franklin. This is your natural weight class. Are you anticipating some kind of advantage because this is more native to you than it is for Raymond?
¿Estás aprovechando de que estás en tu weight class natural, en tu rango natural? Que si estás aprovechando, es un aprovechamiento para ti, perdona.
Bueno, cada oportunidad es muy importante para demostrar que estamos preparados y seguir avanzando, seguir escalando, que eso es lo más importante. Sí, o sea, obviamente es una pelea muy importante, como dije. Cada uno va a hacer lo suyo, vamos a ganar, ninguno va a perder, o sea, él va a ganar experiencia, igual yo, ganemos la pelea. Entonces creo que es muy importante esta pelea para mí y eso es el objetivo de hoy, ganar o ganar.
So this is an advantage. Every opportunity is a new risk. It's a new advantage, and we came here to show that we are prepared and that we both of us will win. Daniels will win experience. I will win experience. It's a win-win for both.
This is a question for Ray and his opponent. With the addition of knees to the rule set of Karate Combat, do you look to take advantage of those knees and also to defend against them? Ray, answer.
I think it's exciting to be part of, obviously, Karate Combat, but especially since they're such a young organization and introducing new techniques and new rules and stuff like that. I think as a martial artist, we have an array of different techniques. Even if you look at like MMA and all the different things, we only are allowed to do a certain limited number of our actual techniques because some of them are actually too dangerous to actually do in combat. So it's still a rule set that we have to follow. But the introduction to knees is amazing because I think it's I think I saw the last event, a guy actually got accidentally hit with a knee and it kind of took his wind, and technically it would have been a fight stoppage, but the knees were not allowed then at that moment. So I think that was kind of what made everybody like, ooh, that was a nice knee, but it was accidental. And, you know, so I'm really excited. I'm definitely going to take advantage of them. I mean, if there's a tool set that I'm capable of using, I definitely use it to my advantage. If you look at some of my world titles and things that I've won, they've been with knees and stuff like that. So knees are not foreign. My coach over at Classic Fight Team, Tyler Wambos, he has entire knee series that he makes me do. So that's, yeah, it's second nature to me.
Bueno, para mí es un cambio de entrenamiento, cambio de mentalidad también. El oponente es mucho más fácil porque él ha venido entrenando ya mucho tiempo, pero es importante todo esto porque estamos mentalizados para ir avanzando cada vez más en la liga y eso nos da una oportunidad de seguir entrenando y seguir disfrutando también, porque el hecho de que estamos acá no es solo venir a estresarnos, a pegarnos, sino de disfrutar de lo que nos gusta, que es el deporte de contacto.
Well, this is a different set of training for me now that knees have been added in, and a different mindset too. But this is very important because we are now enjoying much more of what we love and what we do.
All right. Anybody else? No? All right, then, well, Adam, you're going to have to take those fighters to the pit. It's going to be the very first. Oh, you got another one?
We've got one.
Oh, got another. Sorry about that.
Raymond Daniels, Franklin Mina is a former middleweight title challenger. With a win over him, it would put you in prime position for challenging for the middleweight title, in my opinion. If you get that win, would you be interested in challenging your boy Ross Levine?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I like that too.
All right, so Ross and I go way back. Obviously, a win over. That's why I wanted to fight Franklin. First and foremost, is just he has been a title challenger, and I want to show everybody. In order to be, or what my goal is to be the GOAT, the greatest of all time, put God over all things. You have to be great fighters. I think he's a great fighter. He's obviously fought for the Karate Combat title. So my goal here was to fight at middleweight because of short time frame that I had to get ready for this fight. That being said, Ross and I have competed enough against each other. I believe in sport karate. We come from the same background. So my goal is to see him be successful in what he does in his ventures in life, not necessarily to be his direct competition. My natural weight class is at 165. You know, so I look forward to, obviously, my man is competing not defending his title, but doing a super fight this weekend. So as he's the champion, I want to get my feet wet. I want to get some experience here in the Karate Combat ring. So I'm looking to be as active as possible. I know sometimes when you are a champion or as champion, you're not able to fight as often as you would like. So let me get my feet wet here at Karate Combat. Again, Ross, you're my man. I don't really have any aspirations for your title. However, Ross, if they put the dollars and cents, we fought for free back in the day. You know what I mean? If they put the dollars and cents, we can make something happen. I'm just saying, no pressure.
No pressure. And in one of our therapy, he said, like, I don't care. You know, I want to fight Agayev. I want to fight GSP, Lyoto Machida, and I don't care. I'm just going to go through every division. So.
Yeah, for me, to be honest, I would love to fight anybody that considers themselves a martial artist. My goal is to be the greatest of all time. That includes the Bruce Lees, the Chuck Norrises. I think that I'm the most electrifying, creative martial artist that there ever was, there ever will be. I've done it and done things that even these great martial artists only dream about. So for me to challenge people like Machida, Wonder Boy, the Bullet over here, these are opportunities for me to show the world how great I am. And I love the challenge. And as a martial artist, this is how I know I'm moving forward in life, is by just I'm getting excited just thinking about fighting all these people. You know what I mean? The guys that are the champions. That is the only way for me to show my greatness, and it's to fight great fighters. And I love the experience, and I love the opportunity to be able to step in the ring with somebody who just challenged for the title, somebody who is a champion. So for me, it's just blessed.
And if I could, Franklin Mina, same question.
Bueno, como digo, es una oportunidad muy buena hoy para disputar el título que se me fue de las manos. Ese título me pertenece a mí. Yo sé que estoy preparado para eso y hoy más que nunca voy a aprovechar esta oportunidad de Karate Combat. Me me ha abierto las puertas siempre. Agradezco a Karate Combat siempre por esta oportunidad que hoy más que nunca tengo. Agradecer a toda mi familia, a mi novia que está a la distancia siempre viéndome, a mi coach, Vladimir Raza, que siempre ha estado conmigo pendiente en todo momento, y es muy importante esta pelea para mí, para nuevamente ir por el título. Sé que es difícil, pero estamos preparados para conseguir nuevamente.
The title may have slipped from my hands, but I am ready now because that title belongs to me. This fight is very important to me. This is for my family back home, my girlfriend, and my coach, Vladimir. And I'm here to take back that title, to win that title.
All right. I think it's all right, Matthew.
Let's go. Let's go to the pit with Adam. Raymond Daniels and Mina. And while our president is coming back, let's get Achraf Ouchen here and Black Magic, please.
Don't touch the hair. It's got to be the hair. There we go. John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever.
Take your time.
Let's see you. All right. So first one for you, Black Magic. You lost to a decision in the very first time. As I told the people at home, this is a rematch. You guys fought each other, but you weren't happy with the decision. Do you think that it was a robbery?
First of all, I would like to, show my gratitude to be here, to be back in the pit. It's been a while, since end of 2018. I haven't been in the pit, but I'm excited to be back. Facing the same opponent that I faced in the first time when Karate Comeback was born. So we are part of Karate Comeback, and Karate Comeback is part of us. So I'm really looking forward for my revenge. I know he won the first one, right? Because, I left it in the judges' decision. But this time, we don't need the judges. Me and him on Saturday, we don't really need judges. Just give judges some break and some drink, and tell them not to keep their eyes off on this fight, because he will be quick.
Okay. So what's more important for you in this fight? Rectifying the rematch or putting yourself in line for a title shot?
Well, both. Because, I've been off the pit for a long time, but not off the ship. Because, I quit my job, opened a new dojo, teaching karate 7 days a week and training. So I still in shape. So I will show the world what I made of. So I did a lot of sacrifices, sit back, losing my mom. A lot of things was going on, but he gave me just time to, to learn and grow, visualize where my goal is and how to get there. So I circle myself with the people that, who help me, not telling me what I want to hear, but telling me what I have to hear. Wake up in the morning every day, to do better in life. So that's what I'm up to. And Saturday, everybody will see the magic was out the pit, but not out the sky. So I'm there.
All right, Achraf. What did you say? What would you say to him when he said the decision wasn't the correct decision the first time you guys fought?
As Ndour said, we are both of us. We discovered karate combat together. We've been the first ones, part of the first ones to enter the pit. That was 4 years ago. I've been, if I'm true, I've been the youngest guy on the rooster. But we went there to the pit to give an amazing show for the audiences. We didn't hold back, and yeah, it went to the decisions. I won by decision. This is our second chance to give for the spectators a great show, and I'm here to give a great show, and then I'm here to prove the point that I won the first fight. But the most important thing is go there, no holding back, and just give it an amazing show for the audiences.
You think it's going to be a little bit the same as the first time you guys fought? Personally, I don't, because I almost didn't recognize you when you walked in. You lost quite a bit of weight, right? I saw you feeling much better. He says the fight doesn't need any judges. Apparently, I think that you're going to say the same thing.
Well, of course, as I said, the fight was 4 years ago, and this is not my first experience in the pit now. I've had major changements in my life routine and my trainings. I have a really big professional team behind me now. I've made training camps both at home in Switzerland and also in France, in Paris, with my coach, Gilul. And I'm ready for this one today. And of course, we're going to enter the pit to knock each other out. And the last man standing takes the win. Yeah.
All right, Adam, what do you have to say about this match?
I'm pumped about this fight for sure, and I think this is a fight which was in the making for almost 2.5 years. You know, like we tried to make it happen, but always there were some challenges. But this was the fight, the first ever standing ovation for a fight. Remember, you know, like these guys went in there and gave all our efforts and heart out, and it was a little audience there, maybe 40, 50 people, but people stood up and was standing ovation. So that's why, you know, like obviously they won their fight since then. They're undefeated since then, and this was the fight to make. And obviously, whoever wins this fight is gonna go for the title. And a lot of changes been introduced since they last fought. So I agree that this will be a completely different fight. You know, like at the very first time, we didn't even have, we only had straight punches. Since then, we've got uppercut. We just introduced the knees. These guys got a lot of experience since then, and a little bit of bad blood, which also helps, you know, like to pump them up, you know, to build some hype around this fight, because I feel that our fans are super excited to see this fight, and they're gonna deliver big time.
Good. We saw some takedowns of you in the very first fight, but those takedowns actually are not legal anymore, I hear now.
Yeah, for sure. The takedowns was one of my advantages against Elhadji last time. But yeah, taking off the takedowns, there's a lot of new rule sets that's been added to the rules of karate combat. And I guess I'm really pumped for this fight. I guess it's going to be an amazing show. We have more freedom to express our fighting styles on the pit. And yeah, I'm sure it's going to be an amazing fight, and we are here both to deliver an amazing show for the spectators. Yeah.
Right on. So let's open it for the people in the audience who has a question for both these guys.
Boss commented that you look totally different. So is it a dietary change or is it a training change?
I've never been as serious as before in my preparations. This is as much as this fight means to me.
You better be serious. At this time, you better be serious, because if you're not serious with me, you better be serious. Because Saturday, it would be...
Dude,
anyway.
He just cut you off, dude. Come on now.
Yeah.
Oof.
As I said, I've been serious in my preparations for this fight. It means a lot to me. I've been chasing the title shot since a long time ago, and I'm not here to let my title shot goes away from my hands. And I'm going to the pit all ready for this fight and delivering a great show and getting the win. And I'm not here to let my my fighting record gets a loss. So I'm here to make the wins digits more bigger and bigger every fight.
Saturday, no more undefeated.
We'll see.
All right, then. Then it's time for you guys to follow Adam into the pit. All right, and now it's time for the main event. Luiz Rocha and Joshua Quayhagen. Please sit in your chairs right now. All right, now this is going to be a really great fight. Everybody's looking forward to it. Adam, what are you looking forward the most in this fight?
I'm just excited about seeing them do what they usually do. Different, completely different style of fighting. You know, somebody likes to go at it from the get-go, and then somebody likes to take it to the 5th round, and ton of experience on both sides, you know, ton of full contact experience, the most experience in the pit, both of them. So I think this is gonna be amazing, and this is that's why I say this is the best card we've put together, because we've never had a super fight before. We never had 2 champions fighting each other, 2 of the best guys we have.
So how did this super fight come together, champion versus champion?
Last time when Luiz got the championship, when he won the lightweight championships against Edgar Scrivers, who was the most dominant lightweight champion to date, and he made it look easy. And then the first thing he does is go to the camera and say like, Josh, where are you? I won't forget this, because he was like, all right.
His accent and everything, he did it all.
Yes, what is this guy doing? And then, you know, Josh goes online, and he also tells us, you know, pings me on WhatsApp like, all right, this fight is, I'm interested in this fight. And then we hear fans are interested in this fight. So like we said, okay, we have to make this happen. But as I said before, you know, sometimes we have to make decisions where, you know, we don't want them to lose their belts, but we still want to make the fights, because otherwise, well, we could say like, okay, this fight's not going to happen because, you know, it's a relatively young organization. The roster is not so deep, so this fight shouldn't happen. But like everybody want to see this fight. So like, how do we make this fight happen so that they can still fight at their own division and get a super trophy and get something done? Because, you know, like they're going to meet in the middle, 158 pounds. So I think that was the good decision to make.
All right, good. Well, Josh, first question for you. Fights away 48 hours. What goes through your mind right now?
So, you know, any fighter kind of knows I expect that it goes through everything, the good, bad, and ugly. It's been a exciting little journey of a week already. But right now, it's just get ready. Right now, honestly, it's get to weight. Weight's not too bad, but that's where focus is getting on weight. And then I'll turn my mind completely on to war mode, you know, knowing he's ready, knowing I'm ready. I'm just excited. You know, he's said before, he's the heaviest hitter I've ever gone against, the best fighter. He's the pound-for-pound #1. I don't see myself even up there in 2 or 3. You know, I'm pretty humble. I'm just excited. I like to take punches and get hit. You know, I like to go through the ugly. And so I'm excited because the ugly's coming, and I'm ready for it.
What does this fight mean to you? I mean, you love the Lord, right? And when he said, I want to fight Josh. Was that something like ask and you will receive?
And to be honest, yeah, exactly. It was kind of one of those things, I love Jesus, but Jesus served all. You wanted wine, he got you wine. You wanted to walk, he made you walk. I like this. This was a request, and I feel like it's exciting for me. It makes me a better fighter. It's what I wanted to do. I wanted to give him what he wanted. So that's the plan.
All right, Luis, freshly married man right now,
Okay.
48 hours away, same question. What is going through your mind right now?
Thank you, Bas. I'm happy and confident. Happy because I am in the main event of the best Kawhi Combat card ever. I'm happy because I am the same card that Raymond Daniels, that is a big legend in this sport. And confident because my work was good done in my gym. I had the perfect training camp, and because this I am very confident.
You've been talking about you really want to go for a knockout. If the knockout presents itself, it will come. But what round do you think is going to be? I'm going to put you on the spot here.
I train to fight 5 rounds. In my camp training, when I knock at my partners is change for another, and I complete 5 rounds every time. I am ready to fight 5 rounds. I'm ready to knock at in the first or second, third rounds. I know that Josh think that I gonna tyrant, but Scrivers also think at this. And the result was my win by KO. And Saturday will be the same.
I'm going to back up a little bit because you just said that if you're training and you knock out your training partner, then a new training partner comes in. Is that how it goes in your gym?
Pitbull Brothers. In the Pitbull Brothers is normal.
Yeah.
Every day, somebody is knocked out. It's normal.
To the head.
Na cabeça?
Head, body.
You see, you always try to be easy to the face. Body, oh yeah, I will go full blast. I try to knock you out, but the face, we like to keep our training partners around us, I always say. But I heard some crazy stories from Brazil. That's how you guys train, and especially you train with the Pitbull brothers.
He's just a little Anderson Silva. He said, he's normal. He's normal.
Yeah.
At the gym, everybody gets knocked out. He's normal.
I like the slip punch, as always said. Are you afraid of it, boss? I said, no, but if I can avoid it, why wouldn't I avoid it? Josh, if a knockout comes, what's going to be? It's going to be a nice flashy kick. Are you going to knock out with the hands?
I think Raymond Daniels has inspired everybody to do some exciting stuff. We're all trying to keep up with the ninja up there. But to be honest, I don't know. I really, I find I fight best in my flow state. So not putting any expectations on anything, just kind of just going, flowing. So could be a punch, could be a kick, knee. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to. I find that when I start seeking stuff, sometimes I don't looking for. So I'm just letting it all come.
All right. So, any questions from the audience?
Hello, guys. Josh, first of all, since the cat weight looks like the cut weight's going to be a little bit harder for you, give me your thoughts about that. How hard is the process? What did you have to change for that?
So honestly, not much. I'm pretty close to walking at weight when I fight at welterweight 65. So this is not a big cut. This is really the first time I've had to cut a little bit. When I was fighting MMA, the cut was a lot more massive. So eating a little right, I'll focusing on my water this week has really been the big thing. Do a little sodium cut. So it's not big, it's not crazy, but I have to be a little bit more intentional with these few days rather than normal, pancakes for breakfast. So that's it.
So since the catch weight, I'm assuming that the cut weight process is going to be a little bit easier for you, but at the same time, you're going to give a frame advantage for him. Did you have a specific different training for that, like bigger guys doing your training camp? What's the process for that to adjust the weight division for you?
I'm happy with the catch weight because I love croissant, and for this fight, I can eat croissant every day. And my camp training, Josh is bigger than me, but my partners are the biggest than Josh. I think this is very important for my preparation, and I'm confident for this fight. Not because Josh, but because my camp training, my workout.
Luiz, probably a lot less on your mind. I think you said that you got married, but you don't know what marriage feels like yet because all you're doing is training. Are you planning on counting up the kids, having some babies up to number 3 like Josh over here?
I respect Josh like a fighter and even more like a person. He's a good man, but I am married now and I need more money. I need the KO bonus, and Josh, sorry, but we're gonna
I got
fight.
3 girls. I need that bonus, bro.
Me and you gonna fight for our family. Is this?
How many kids?
2.
I came out fast.
Thank you both. Can't wait for this fight.
Well, I think it's time for you guys. One more? We got one more.
And until that, you guys can tell us, where are the alligators and pit bulls?
Put away for now. Yeah. So keep that gator away. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They got me standing right next to a 7-foot alligator. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm from Louisiana and they're around. I'm cool with them. But 7-foot alligator right next to me. And they're trying to get me to stare at Luiz. I'm like, nah, I'll keep my eyes on this guy.
He can sleep in with an alligator, and I can sleep in with a pit bull. No problem.
No thanks.
My question is for Luiz Rocha. I know that it was said prior that Josh Quayhagen has been an innovator in the karate combat meta, which is true with building a pit. But your team also has been a bit of an innovator by becoming the first, you could call, super camp or super dojo, with Mano Santana as your karate coach and Everton Box and Everton Lopez as your striking coach and almost half the Brazilian roster. So what does that mean, and do you foresee to you being a part of a team like that, and what do you think that's the future for camps in karate combat?
All right, then. Now it's time to put you guys in the pit.
All right, that was it. The pre-fight press conference for Karate Combat 35 is going to be Saturday, August 27th. That's 2 days, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. You got to be there. So go to karate.com to check out how you can watch it. Godspeed, everybody, and fight on. Oos.
Karate Combat live in Orlando, Florida. This has been amazing.
Champion versus champion, the first super fight in Karate Combat history.
Champ is here!
Who's gunning for Quayhagen?
Be careful what you ask for. Karate Combat, baby!
This is something no combat sports have ever done before.
I love the show. I love what you guys doing.
The most exciting combat sport today.
Hey, Wonder Boy, we can take our clothes off and dance, baby.
You weren't here, you missed out. Make sure you don't miss the next one.
We have more coming up.
That's right, August 27th, Orlando, Florida, backlot of Universal Studios.
The return of Luiz Rocha. August 27th, best card ever, incredible headliners, more Karate Combat. You've got to check it out. It's amazing. Get your tickets now, karate.com.